Alright, hey, HadesOmega's here, and I'm doing a UPS PVD vlog about my setup in my vehicle, alright? So I drive a 2021 Toyota Rav4 Prime, alright? So it's the electric one, the one that you can plug in, alright? And when it runs out of electricity, it becomes a regular hybrid, okay? Which is great because I don't put gas in this vehicle. Like I've been trying to not put gas in it for a whole month, and it is possible. Okay, I've gone through half a tank of gas for the month of December, and that's the month that I've been doing this. Okay, and I do DoorDash at the same time too. So the Rav4 gets about 42 miles, and that's about how much miles I drive when I do deliveries. Okay, and there are public charging stations you can charge out, and that's what I do when I'm out there too. Like when I take a lunch break, I take a lunch at a charging station so I can charge up a little bit. Okay, because gas is like really expensive right now. It sucks, man. The gas stations are always full of cars and stuff. People trying to get the cheap gas. So having a plug-in hybrid helps a lot. I have noticed that, yeah. Prius Prime, I've seen people drive Prius Primes. I saw someone driving a Mirai. Okay, that's not a plug-in, but you know, it's an electric vehicle, of sorts. I seen Teslas. Okay, people got Teslas. I seen a hybrid Sienna, that kind of stuff. And then there's just these regular, like I saw some girl delivering or some woman delivering in like a Mercedes sedan. I was like, that's probably a gas guzzler, man. So yeah, it's in your best interest to drive what's most fuel efficient and has good capacity. My suggestion, Prius. A Prius is perfect. A Prius Prime, probably even the Prius Prime is kind of small though, but a Prius Prime would be perfect, is what I'm thinking, because you get some electric range, and then you get, you know, it becomes a hybrid, and it saves a lot of gas. It gets like 50 miles per gallon. So I think a Prius Prime would probably be the best car. Okay, or maybe a Tesla. I don't know. You probably break your Tesla doing this. I don't know. All right, but yeah. So far the Rav4 has been doing really good. I haven't really been using that much gas, except when it gets really cold. So this week has been really cold. It was in like the 40s, and I had to actually use gas. I only got like 30 miles of range. That's how bad the range was because of the cold weather. Okay, so I'm gonna go over my setup in the Rav4, and then I'll be ending the video. Okay, so I'll tell you what works for me. That's what I say. All right. Okay, so I got an organizer right here, all right, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. I actually use this for DoorDash. All right, and when I deliver food, food goes in the organizer, okay? And then the nice thing about this is, I know I'm talking about DoorDash, but I can divide stuff up. But for this, I just use it as an organizer to hold my treats and stuff. And you could kind of put packages in the front. UPS tells you not to put packages in the front, but I think that's for the package trucks, okay? The package cars, because there's a jump seat in the package. There's not really a seat on that side, and like if you put packages in the front, they could fall in the front or what. That's not going to happen in this vehicle, is what I say. All right. So I got my little jersey here, my road guard vest, my seasonal helper road guard vest, the one that they give you. That's your uniform. All right. I have that. I just leave that in here. This is my beanie that I got from UPS the last time. They let me keep it, so I'm using it again. Actually, never used it either. Okay. What helps is having a clipboard. All right. You're going to have to write notes down a lot. All right. So the stuff that you're gonna you have to do every day is the stuff that you have to record every day is the time you punch in. Okay, the time you punch in and you punch out, and you can get all that stuff from the phone before you punch out, but still I would write everything down, because you never know, something could happen to the phone app and you can't get anything. Okay, so that's why I have punch in time here. Okay, so it says here on December 24th I punched in at 10:30, so that's when I met the driver. All right, and then I put the miles in. All right, so what I put is I go minus, and then how many miles it was when I met the driver to pick up the packages. All right, so I was at 6,487. All right, and then so when I came back after working to the warehouse, I was at 6,511. All right, and then so I subtract those two numbers, and it gives you the number. The MDA will also do the math for you, and it'll tell you, but you know, Just bust down a calculator. All right, and another time that you have to remember is lunch. All right, sometimes you won't get the sheet. All right, there's a PVD sheet that you need to turn in every day for your, you know, it's kind of like your time card type of thing, all right? And it has this it has the information I just mentioned, all right? And sometimes they don't give it to you. They haven't been giving it to me the last couple times. They haven't been giving me the phone either. I've been using my own phone. So I use where's my phone? Okay, yeah. And yeah, this is my phone right here, all right? I have a vent mount right here. I'll talk about my phone real quick, since the phone is really important, because this is what I use to do the deliveries, all right? So so you're using the MDA app, right? So this is the mobile delivery app, is what it stands for. And you use this to get your manifests and to do the, you know, the releases and stuff, to release the packages to the customers. All right, and you have to log in with your employee ID and all that stuff, all right? So you'll get all that stuff when you apply, okay? when you're hired is what I want to say. All right, and then I got one of these magnetic USB adapters, all right? So you see the way it works, there's a little magnet here and it clips onto there, and then it'll start charging. My vehicle's not on right now, so yeah, so I'll give you an example. Okay, see? You unplug it and you plug it. So I'll tell you this, that when you're using this app, your phone eats up a lot of power, okay? So I've had it where, like, I've gotten to like 20%. It was fully charged and it went down to like 20%. I was almost out of charge. So if it's running low like that, just take a break or something and let it charge, okay? This has a quick charge USB port that I installed on my Rav4. So if you have this is also a quick charge also. So if you have a quick charger for your phone, use it. Okay, because this app eats up a lot of phone, or you use their phone, okay? But I just been using my phone, and I don't like this app. All right, so I'll tell you that now. What this app does do good, all right, I'll tell you now, is it has GPS functionality. It will tell you where all the packages are going, all right? Like it'll show you where to deliver the packages, all right? And if you click on one of the deliveries, all right, it will tell you exactly where that delivery is in relation to you, and you could use a navigation app. I don't use the directions, okay? Yeah, I don't use directions because everything is like so close that you don't need to do that. You can just look at the map. Oh, we're gonna go right here, or we're gonna do a U-turn and go down this block. All right, so it's the navigation. You don't really need it, guys. You could really just look at the map and just like, okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there. It's not long distance. The only time I really use that the navigation function on this is if you're like somewhere far away. Let's say you go to lunch and you drive like 1 or 2 miles away from off route, you know, and then you got to figure out how to get back to where you were before. Then that's when I'll use the navigation. Or if you're like far away, okay, type of thing. Like you picked up packages from the warehouse and you got to figure out where to drop off like the first one. All right. Okay. But yeah, that's my phone setup. So when I'm ready to go do the delivery, all I got to do is take that off. I have it's one of those, this is a punch out, all right, from it's like a metal, it's like a steel coin, right? And I taped it to my dashboard here, okay? And so the magnet sticks to that. So I have a place to put that. If not, it would just fall down, all right? So that's why I have that there, okay? And then I take it off the mount, and then I do what I need to do, all right? And then I put it back in, just like that, okay? So that is my setup right there, and that's what works for me. That's what I do for DoorDash and Uber also. So yeah, and then that way, you know, it lets me use everything else here. All right, I do lose a vent. All right, and then so yeah. So yeah, sometimes they'll give you the phone, but yeah, I was talking about the time card. Just make sure you keep track of all that stuff. What helps me is I have a clipboard, all right? So you can write stuff and you can keep your notes organized, all right? See, I got this apartment diagram. Sometimes they'll have you deliver to apartments. If you can go to the leasing office and grab one of these, it tells you where to deliver all the packages. That helps a whole lot, okay? And then sometimes the center will give you notes and stuff, and I just stick them on here, okay? But see how I got all these addresses on here. You can always write notes and stuff. Like sometimes the driver will ask you, hey, meet me at this address. You need to write it down real quick, you know. It's faster to write it down than to type it down on your phone, you know. So let's say, all right, HadesOmega forget stuff, okay? So that's why it's best to write it down. All right, so you write down like, hey, I need to go to this address right here and meet the driver. All right, and then so this is actually a list of stuff that I didn't have in my vehicle that was still on the UPS truck. So that's why it's very important. It's very handy to have a notebook, all right, of some sort. All right, and so this is my preferred notebook. I just use a clipboard, all right, just cheap one. All right, it's not nothing fancy. All right, and pens, make sure you have a lot of pens. I got a pen here. All right, I got pens here. Okay, I take a water bottle with me. All right, and since it's COVID, I got a mask right here. Whenever I have to go do a delivery to a house and I gotta give it to somebody, I wear a mask. Okay, but you don't have to wear the mask. I see a lot of drivers not wear them. I mean, you're outdoors. There's not much, danger of getting COVID. That's what I say, unless you're interacting with people, is what I want to say. All right, but I do have extra masks over here. Okay, and yeah, so there I got the vest. I got these plastic bags. One of the drivers hooked me up with some plastic bags. These are the plastic bags that UPS uses if they're going to deliver a package and it might get wet. That they use these. Okay. Okay, and then I have a bunch of snacks. Okay, so one thing, HadesOmega's metabolism goes crazy when he delivers packages. All right, and I get really hungry, so I bring a lot of snacks with me. Some of these snacks I picked up from some of the houses. They're really nice. They give you like treats and stuff, the delivery drivers. So they say, help yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take that. But anyway, yeah, I got here like a granola bar. All right, I got a Gatorade right here. I got some beef jerky. Beef jerky is great because it's like protein and salt and all that stuff. I got a Twinkie here. All right, and yeah, so, and I got a book. I've been reading Goblin Slayer, so just in case you got some downtime. But that's more for like DoorDash. I got a soda in here. I got some tuna crackers and stuff. Yeah, I bring a lot of treats with me, okay, or snacks. Another good thing to have is gloves, okay. HadesOmega doesn't like touching packages, all right. I don't like that feeling you get when you keep on touching the cardboard packages, and like it feels like your hand has been like it's been like sanded by like some sandpaper type of thing. I don't like that feeling, but to use this, you can't use gloves, all right, unfortunately, unless you have some fancy gloves. But what HadesOmega uses are these rubbery gloves, all right. So if you'd be surprised how easy it is to carry a package when you're wearing some proper gloves on, all right, some grippy gloves, all right. If you got a rubber glove like this, or like I have two kinds, all right. I got this kind, all right. This is just like a kind of cloth glove with rubber on top, and so this is the kind of same thing, but it's more kind of thicker, heavy duty. And these, I wear these if I'm gonna move a lot of packages. When I load packages and I don't have to scan them for the manifest, I use these to throw the packages into the vehicle, or not throw, but put it in the vehicle. HadesOmega's throwing packages around, yeah. So I use these gloves when I have to move a lot of packages. All right, you'd be surprised how easy it is to carry, how much more easier it is to carry packages with gloves on. Okay, so also another thing is, since this is a hybrid, it's it's kind of like an EV. I don't shut it off when I do deliveries. All right, I don't turn it off and turn it on like a normal car. Okay, that's one of the beauties of having a hybrid or an EV, is you can just leave the vehicle on. You're not having to start and stop it all the freaking time. Okay, all I have to do is throw it into drive. The Prius is even easier. The Prius has a little joystick. Okay, what's really nice, especially since it's really cold right now, my vehicle has heated seats. Okay, I got heated seats. I usually keep it on low all day if it's really cold, and yeah, you'd be surprised. I didn't think I'd need a luxury item like that until like it was really cold. It was like 40 degrees. I have a heated steering wheel too. That I've been using that a whole lot. That's what I want to say. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the front of the vehicle. That's pretty much all the stuff I use in here. All right. And then I got extra pens, so make sure you have extra pens everywhere. I got extra pens right here. Okay, my thing is beeping. Oh yeah, so I want to charge it. Keep it like that. Okay, that way you're not having to unplug and plug it in all the time. All right, and then I'm going to show you where I keep the majority of the packages. All right, So it helps to have an organizer, right, like this. I got this from Harbor Freight. This is Harbor Freight trunk organizer. I think you can get them for like $15. I didn't think I was going to use it before, and it folds up easily. All right, if you don't need to use it, you can fold it up. Look at this. See how easily it'll fold flat. Okay, or you can use one cube, or you can use 2 cube. I would say buy 2 of these. All right, if you have a big enough vehicle to fit 2. Generally, I know it's all the way in the back, but generally I keep this in the front. Okay, so I keep it like up here. All right, and so this is where I'll put the small packages for the early numbers. Okay, the like let's say I'm doing 8,000. I want to keep everything from like 8,000 to like 8,200 or 8,300 in this organizer, right? And you can put packages here, you can put packages here. So generally the way I load this vehicle is I do, like, let's say I'm doing 8,000 right now. All right, I'll do the early 8,000s right here. All right, maybe I'll put 83 and 84 over there, 8,400, and then I'll put 85, 86, 87, maybe like in this area, and 88 and 89s. Okay, the vehicle is small enough. All right, it's not a really long vehicle, so when all those so we start at the beginning of the 8,000, so we start delivering the stuff in the front of the car first. Okay, so that's why I'll put it right there. Okay, now there could be an instance where, like, oh, I need to find a package in the high 8,000s. Then you're gonna have to go to the back and find it. Okay, but you'll kind of know where it is. The important thing is to be organized. All right, you can't just willy-nilly just throw the boxes in there and you won't be able to find anything. You'll be fumbling around looking for stuff the whole time. All right. That's one thing I hate. All right, I hate fumbling around looking for packages. You know, I like to be efficient. I was gonna say, okay. But I found that this helps a whole lot. I didn't think I was going to use it, but I do. It especially helps for those packages that are in like that are in like bags. All right, they're in plastic bags and they just got a label slapped on top of it. Those bags, dude, you can't like stack it like Tetris. Okay, they're just like all over the place, and it's so hard to organize it. This helps a lot with that kind of stuff. All right, and you could put really small boxes in here, or you could stack it up. You know, it has been really helpful for me. Okay, and then you can also put other stuff down here. So usually I'll put like, maybe I'll put like one street in here. Okay, maybe they'll be like, oh, if I'm on like Cherry Avenue, I'll put all the Cherry Avenue packages right here, so I'll know, okay, I'm gonna go in there and find it. All right, and you can move this around too. Okay, there's plenty of space to put packages down here, and you can put long packages too. So that's helped a whole lot. That's what I'll say. Okay, so yeah, just organize the vehicle, and then once you're done delivering all that early stuff, you push the later number packages up to the front. All right, you just kind of start dragging them to the front, and then like it just works. It just works really well. So I'll say, okay. And then I have this moving blanket. I have all-weather floor mats, and what I've found out is it's better to have the packages slide around. Okay, you want to have the package slide in and out of the vehicle as opposed to sticking to it, because then it makes it harder to pick up. You know, you want the packages to slide in. So I put a moving blanket in here. Plus, it keeps the interior clean. It'll be easier. And it's just as easy as just rolling the blanket up and then putting the seats up if you need to, you know, if you want to turn your car back into a passenger vehicle. Okay. One thing that's annoying about the Rav4, it's got these huge hooks here, or for the latch on the rear seat, and that kind of digs into the packages. Sometimes if the packages rub up on that hard enough, it could puncture the box. so I think I've had that happen like once. Sometimes you get some weird packages, you know. Okay, and then so this one has a power like lift gate right here, all right, for the trunk, and I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it. It's kind of slow, is what I'm gonna say. But you can, my suggestion is, if you know you need to get something from the back, you can hit the button in the front of the car and then the back will come up. Okay, but that's just for this vehicle. That's what I'm gonna say. Like the Prius just comes up like easily. The hatch is so light on that. Okay, plenty of places to put packages back here. Okay, the only thing is, like, when you get really big packages, it's hard to put it in here. Right, there's just not a lot of space for big packages. Okay, and then I do have a folding hand truck. Okay, and I keep it right here, and I could still put packages down there if I wanted to. All right, but it's nice to have a hand truck, especially if you're delivering. So oh yeah, I tell you, so here's for doing apartment complexes, HadesOmega will use this, and I'll use this. All right, and I'll use that to help me hold the smaller packages so they don't fall off. It kind of it changes your hand truck into a cart. I'll show you how this guy works. So I have it hooked here to these straps. Okay, I would take it out like this. Okay, I got this. I used this when I was doing deliveries for Golden State overnight in my minivan. Okay, this thing works beautifully. All right, this thing can carry about 200 pounds, and it's got big wheels so you can go up and down stairs. All right, and it folds up easily. Okay, see how easily that was? I did that with one hand. All right, and then I just put it back in like that. All right, not a whole lot of room for it in here, but from my experience, all right, using this guy, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really use it that often. Okay, if I'm delivering it to a house, then if I'm delivering like a big packages or multiple packages, like 4 or 5 packages, yeah, I'll bust this out, you know. So you can get it all in one go. With that, or you have to decide whether are we going to do 2 trips to the house, or should I just bust this out and just do 1 trip? Definitely, if the package is really heavy, I would use this. Okay, it does make going up and down stairs kind of a challenge, is what I'll say. But I think it does kind of help. It's pretty lightweight too, so you could pick up the whole cart. If the whatever you're delivering isn't heavy, you could pick up the whole cart and pull it up and just pick it up the stairs. All right, but if it's pretty heavy, you're gonna have to roll it up the stairs. Okay, so yeah, those are the things that have made me successful as a PVD. Okay, is what I want to say, especially using this vehicle, Rav4. Okay, yeah, and like I said, I have a water bottle there. My suggestion: don't drink too much, or else you're gonna have to keep on going to the freaking bathroom, man. Always, yeah. Also, find out where you can take bathroom breaks. Okay, I think in one route, there's this grocery store I always go to, and then in another route there's a porta potty in a school parking lot that I found. Yeah, it's always handy to have. It's handy to have a place to use the bathroom if you need to. Okay, so they take note of that. All right, where you can use the bathrooms and stuff. Okay, so all right, that's my setup. Ideally, you know what? I think I would get 2 of those organizers. That way you can put. You can organize the other section like that too. Okay, and like you don't have to use them. If you don't want to use it, you can fold it up and I just put it here when I fold it up, right down here. Okay, and then you can also use the front of the vehicle. HadesOmega uses the front of the vehicle to do deliveries also. So usually I'll put the return packages. If you had a package that needed a signature and then they weren't home, then I'll put the door tag on the house, and then I'll stick it down there. Okay. Yeah. And then sometimes I'll put packages in the front in the organizer too. So like if you know, like, oh, you're gonna go to this block, and then I just throw a bunch of packages from that block into this street, and then that way I don't have to get in and out the back all the time, right? But the majority of the time when I'm looking for a package, I go to this door. Okay, I use this door right here, the one right behind the driver's door. I'll go in here and I'll look around. All right, sometimes there might be so many packages you can't get to the good thing about this vehicle, it's not very big, so if I wanted to reach to the other side, it's not that hard. If I wanted to reach all the way to the other side here, it's not that hard. Okay, it's not that long a vehicle. So that's one of the advantages of having a smaller vehicle, is like, yeah, it's easier to be able to grab the packages and stuff, but you can't, yeah, obviously you can't put as many packages in a smaller vehicle. Yeah, so those are some tips HadesOmega has for this. That's how he does the PVD thing. Okay, nobody really taught me how to do it, but I kind of knew how to do it because I was a driver before. I know how the UPS package system works a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, my suggestion, take 1 shelf, all right? And most of the time, most of the time you'll get packages that are too big to put in your car. You're gonna have to leave it on the truck until you get less packages in here, okay? Or you could do that stuff first, one or the other. I mean, it's your call. You can do whatever you want, man, but I do the smaller stuff first, and then I come back and I get the bigger stuff. Or I'll take a big package and I'll stuff it on top of everything, and then I'll say, hey, we're gonna deliver that first. So you go deliver that one first. Okay. All right. So that's how HadesOmega does it. If I want to get to something like in the 83 to 8500s, I'll go to this door. Okay. So that's how I have it. I have it set up like a cross. Okay. Low 800s. Yeah, low 800s is right here. All right. All 8,000 to 8,500, and anything from like 86 to 89 over here. Okay. Not too hard to figure out. Okay. Thanks for watching. HadesOmega out. That's my tips. I hope it help you get you PVDs out. HadesOmega out.